All right. I think we're live. Cool beans. All right. Hello, my friends. Something a little bit different today. We're not going to be playing Blueprints. We're not going to be playing any games, actually. I have today off, and I was thinking I might do a little bit of game dev, and I figured, well, hey, I'll turn the camera on and see who wants to pop in and chat about it while we're doing it. I have no idea how this is going to go. Probably not super cleanly. I don't know how entertaining it'll be. I don't know how much progress we'll make. But you know what? That's cool. It's fine. We're just here to relax, have fun, maybe make a game. All right. So, what are we making? It's a good question. I have a little bit of an idea. And we'll see how this mic does. Usually when I'm kind of thinking and working, I'll probably be moving around. I'll probably walk around a little bit. I apologize if it gets a little hard to hear me sometimes. We'll figure out a good setup for this. Maybe I'll switch to my other headset or something. That way I'll have a mic on me. But for now, let's just go with this. So, back to the question. What are we making? I don't know. Some nice music. Let me know how this is coming through. Hopefully we won't get copyright claimed for this. This is supposed to be copyright-free music. So hopefully there will not be any claims. We got here. How about the next one? There we go. So sooner or later I will actually answer the question. What are we doing? I don't know. I have this idea in my head for a 2D platformer. A little bit inspired by Desolate Hope, the Scott Cawthon game. Themes kind of around consciousness transfer, similar themes to that game. I don't know. We'll just start making it. I figured part of the problem I have is there are many games that I have started to make, and I kind of lose steam on them on a while because the scope just gets bigger and bigger and things get more and more difficult to work on. And then when things don't start coming together right, it starts feeling like the whole idea is flawed from the inception. So we're gonna do something a little bit different on this one, and I'm just taking it a step at a time. So what have I got here? I've got this little spinning pyramid thing. It is going to be a 2D platformer, and you say, well, why is there a 3D pyramid? Well, that's the trick, isn't it? It's not 3D. Haha! One of the things I was playing around with, I'm not an artist. I dabble. I can do a little bit of pixel art, things like that. But I'm not not an artist by any means. And one of the problems I regularly run into with my projects is needing art. And sometimes I do programmer art that kind of gets the job done, but I never get very far because it doesn't look like how I envision it looking like. And I run into all kinds of trouble trying to make it look that way. So, but making a 3D game, actually, I don't think, and I wonder if I can have this capture multiple screens at once. this. No? Oh, did I break it? I might have broken it. Oh boy, what have I done? Okay, let's see, can I to... Nope, that's not working. Okay. You're supposed to be seeing Blender, but that's not working. Let's see, can I get you to see Logseek? No, everything's horrible. Great. Oh, and now Godot won't show up either. Oh, there it is. Oh, because this is a game capture window. Right. Right. Okay, hold on. All right, let's try this. Blender. There's Blender. Snap that there. And I want to put this 26 pixels down from the top. Should be about where the other one is, I think. Okay, capture cursor, so now you can see Blender. Now this one I should be able to switch over to Logseek. Beautiful! Okay. And then... Except I want this to be like down here. Not that low. That low. Yeah! There we go! Maybe I need to set up a separate scene for that. I don't know. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So, as I was saying, where's my Blender? Blender! There we go. So I got Blender, and I can make 3D models. I'm not a super skilled 3D modeler either, but again, I dabble. It's one of the things I was experimenting with, is making 3D models, but then rendering them into sprite sheets. Like this one. So that way I can make my graphics in Blender in 3D. I can make whatever placeholder graphics, do whatever rigging or animations, anything, and then render them to a sprite sheet, and then make my game in 2D. That way I don't have to deal with the complexity of a 3D game, but I'm not limited by my 2D graphics ability. Because I feel like I wouldn't say that I'm a skilled 3D modeler, but I do think I'm a little bit better at getting the image in my head onto the screen in 3D. So, one thing I want to check. YouTube game development. Does YouTube have a game development category? Customers or developers? Doesn't say. Just want to make sure the stream is categorized right, because it makes it a little bit easier for people to find it. If it's something they're interested in. I don't know, man. What if I do science and technology? No. How about how to and style? No. I don't know. Is there a... Hold on. If I do this... Develop? No. Let's see if we can find some other game dev streams and see what they're categorized as. Here we go. I don't think... I know this isn't coming through on the stream right now, but let's see. Category? Do you not have a category? I don't think it has one. Live. Ah. All right, what do we got here? No description. No description, no category. Okay. Yeah, looks like huh? No? Come on. How do I see the category? I don't think this has a category. So do people doing game dev streams just not categorize their streams? Is that a thing? Category. No? Okay. I guess they just don't do that. That's weird. I mean, YouTube doesn't really have a category for it, so it's not super surprising, but it's fine. It's fine. So, back to the actual game here. So what I'm thinking is a 2D platformer, kind of in the vein of Desolate Hope, where you're on a space station. Let me pull up my notes, actually. Let's turn on window capture. So I've got these notes. Where's my notes? Here's my notes. So, 2D platformer. Setting is on a space station, split into 6 sectors. I've been playing Metroid Fusion recently, and that kind of kicked all this off, and then I realized all these parallels to other similar media. So each of the worlds, or each of the sectors of the space station, you maneuver around the space station. And you can go into the different sectors. You don't necessarily have access to all the sectors from the get-go. But each sector has kind of a simulation. You go into the simulation, this is the 2D platforming section. Each simulation has 2 themes. One that kind of gradually shifts into the other. So I've got some of those laid out here. And then I'm thinking there's this idea, kind of like Desolate Hope, where you are a human consciousness that is installed into the space station as an emergency repair program. And the station is losing power, so your program gets activated and you need to repair it. That's your primary objective. And then as you go through, you learn about what happened on the station, why is it in disrepair, and what that means. So that's kind of where my head's at. Is this what I'll end up going with? I have no idea, but this is what's getting us started. So the other piece of this then is I want to be very careful about polishing too early. I always do that. I always try and make things look fancy right away. And I want to be very careful to not do that this time. So, I think what I want to start with is I just want to make kind of a simple little 2D level and get that feeling good. Get it feeling good to play in, to move around in, and then we can kind of figure out what comes after that. What do obstacles look like? What does combat look like? If there even is any. What kind of systems do we want to really make this thing feel unique? I'm nowhere near that yet, but... So this is probably nothing. This was just my first kind of prototype test to see if I like this idea, and I'm intrigued. So I think we'll do more with this, but not right now. Right now, we're just gonna make some kind of simple level and go from there. See how that goes. So, what do we want? I guess I also need an Aciprite over here. What do you... Is there a way... How do I get this Discord thing to go away? There we go. Alright, what do we got? Might be incompatible. I don't care. I want to delete? I kind of want you to just go away. Oh, I guess I should share this, huh? Where is my... Would it be a game? Nope, not a game. Let's try a window capture on that boy. There we go. That's great. Let's... Yes, delete backups. I don't care about these. Go away. Beautiful. Okay. So, what do we need? We need some placeholder graphics. Let's start with... How big... I want to do... How big was this other thing that I made? These are... It's 8. I know it's 8 by 8. It's also 1792 wide, so 1792 divided by 8 is 224 wide. Okay. And 1408 is 176 tall. I like that. That's a good size for the player. So let's assume that our tile size is 256. That seems big. That seems huge, actually. But whatever, we'll figure out the scale afterward. Now, don't want anything super fancy. So I just want to do like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, something like this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just want some kind of simple gray box texture. Paint bucket. Let's do something kind of interesting. How do I feel about that? I have an idea. Let's go with that. And then, whoops. Put up there. And then let's clone this and bring it down here. There we go. Okay. Then let's do another fill. Yeah. And then... well, okay, what is this? Let's get back to the Electroswing. There we go. That's better. What I should do... contract-free streaming music. It's 14 tracks. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So, what am I trying to do? This is a terrain block. I want to just save this out. This is all I need. Yep. Sprite 1. We're going to call this Round 01. Export. Where did it put it? It put it somewhere. I don't know where. Where did it export to? Relative to Steam App's common Aseprite, that's a horrible place. What's the best way to get there? Through the library, maybe? Manage. Browse local files. There it is. Alright, we're going to take that. We're going to drop that back here in Godot. Pop that folder open. Godot. What even is this? New game project. Clever name. There we go. Alright, let's jump back over to Godot. There we go. And now we have our Round 01 texture. So, let's get rid of this guy. We don't need him anymore. Alright. I need to organize this a little bit. Let's do... Oh, that's... Whoa. That is not how that's supposed to work. Hold on. Godot capture. Capture. Ugh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. Oh, shoot, wait. No, that's... Oh, God. What's going on? I broke it. I broke everything. Capture specific window. Godot. Why? There's Aseprite. That's fine. Why can you not see Godot anymore? It's a good thing I'm not a professional streamer. This would be really bad. Hello? Hello, Godot? Where'd you go? Where'd you go, Godot? Oh boy. Properties. Window title must match. Capture specific window. Godot engine. That's fine. Okay. No, where did it go? Why can it suddenly not see it anymore? Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Oh crap. No, just close. Just close. We're gonna restart Godot. We'll get this figured out, I promise. Okay. Back up. Godot engine. Why are you black screen? Don't understand. That window works. Why doesn't this window work? Godot, OBS, black screen. Try running Godot in a borderless window instead of using the default full screen mode. Well, I'm not using a full screen. Okay. How to fix OBS game capture black screen. Wait. Can I use the window now for some reason? Hold on. Well, that's a gray screen. Is that better? I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, let's try this. Let's delete the capture entirely. And we'll add a new one. Add source. Game capture. Godot capture. What does that say? Make source visible. Yes. Okay. Maybe I'll have to do this with a hotkey. I guess I could do that. Okay. Oh, hey! I think we're back. Here we go. Check that out. No, Godot capture. There we go. We'll get there. 10, 20, 26. There we go. Okay. We're back. But I do want to change this because is it still doing the... Yeah, that is not right. I don't want that. OBS, Godot, right click menu. I don't... Okay. How do we fix this? I need it to not do that. How do I make it not focus on that? I guess I could do... Capture foreground window with hotkey. You could do that. And then I just don't hit that hotkey. So what's the hotkey? Settings. Hotkeys. Let's get rid of those. What is window capture? No, Godot capture. Here we go. Capture foreground window. That's what I want. Let's do F5. That seems like a good choice. Let's see if that works. So now I can set Godot capture to capture foreground can hit F5. F5 is a horrible choice. I need something. Oh no, it's still doing it. I mean, I guess I could just capture full screen. What if I did this? Nope. Shoot. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Let's just add a display capture. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. Snap that there and bring this back here. There we go. Okay. Can you? Yes. Okay. We'll do this for now. It's not quite as nice, but it'll be good enough. So. Where was I? Right, new folder. We need an assets folder. We're gonna throw that in there and throw that in there and throw that in there. Okay. And let's make a scenes folder. Right? Yeah. Okay. I do can I want to go let's give this a shot. Yeah, good enough. Do a better font. Consolas. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Can I do outline? Outline color. Black. Okay. Outline size 50. Come on, make it chunky. Okay, is that the biggest it'll go? That's kind of lame, but it's fine. It's fine. Whoop. No. No. Whoa, what have I done? Everything's horrible. Hold on. Hold on. We're not going to use this right now, but I want it here. All part of being a not professional streamer. Yeah. We're going to stick this right up there. And then I'm going to turn that off. There. Okay. So now, if I need to step away, we can do that. Okay. And I'll do a nice, full screen overlay at some point, but let's get into actual game dev. That's what this stream is here for. So, we need two things to start. We need a level, and we need a player, right? So, let's start with a scene. This is going to be a player, I guess. We're gonna need one eventually. So So we're gonna do player. Don't want to just leave this in. Well, yeah, we can move it later. It's fine. Don't overthink things. Player. Okay. Let's create a sprite. Sprite 2D. And let's just use this goofy Godot icon. We'll start there. Sprite. Excellent. Okay. Next, we need to be able to control this. So let's stick a script on there. Okay. And we need to set up our input map. Here we go. Let's add some new actions. We're gonna have this is a side-scrolling platformer, so our actions are going to be player left or player left, player right, player jump. Hello? Yo! That was weird. Godot's usually pretty stable. Okay, let's try this again. Player jump. Okay. So left, we're gonna go left. Right, we're gonna go right. And jump will be spacebar. Is that enough for now? I think it is. Okay. So now in here we can say input dot action is action pressed. Actually, there's like an is axis. Get axis. Negative action, player left. Positive action, player right. We're gonna say var move here equals that. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Okay. So we have a movement direction. And then what I want to do is we're just going to do very simple. Position. Dot x plus equals moved here times 100. Nice and simple, right? So now if we play, hey, there he goes. We have a character that can move left and right. This isn't a very good way to do this. Hide the warning. But it gets the job done. So, next. Next, we need to... Okay, hold on. We're gonna do this. There. Enough of these strings. Okay. So we have a player that can move left and right, but this is not a great way to do this. I probably want the player to not be a node 2D. I probably want the player to be a what's it called? Character body 2D? I think that's what I want. That's got physics and other stuff baked into it already. Although animatable body that can't be moved by external forces, when moved manually, it affects other bodies in its path. That's tempting, but no, I think we want a character body. Okay, so this should be character body 2D. What's your issue? This node has no shape, so it cannot collide with things. Let's fix that. Collision shape 2D. And we'll give you a rectangle shape. And this guy needs to be chunky. What if we do 100? 100 isn't big enough. About 150. A little too big. About 120. It's not bad. 130. Too big. Good old standby, 128. There we go. Collision. Okay. This one. Right. So now let's make a new scene. Should the player be part of the level? Or should it be a sibling to the level? Sibling or child? That is the question. I feel like the level we probably want to process the level independently from the player. It really comes down to if we want to be able to swap out the level and keep the same player. If we want to maintain the same player object across multiple level objects, so if we want to do anything where we do any kind of streaming, yeah, let's make it a sibling. So in that case, I'm going to need like a world that encompasses both of them. So let's do a world. And let's do another new scene that is a level. Okay, and now a world consists of a player and a level. Okay. Now I should be able to play the world. He still works. Excellent. And can I set this as my main scene? Yes. Beautiful. Okay. So now what I can do is I can spawn this giant ground tile. We're just gonna slap him down there. And whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's just move a couple of these. This is super rough right now. Just gonna do something like that. And then let me add a collision shape. Please only use it as a child of area 2D. That's fine. So I'll do this, and we're going to call this ground. Put all this inside the ground. This is a rectangle. Let me change these. These are 256 if I remember right. Yeah. Okay. 128 plus 256. There we go. Number 3. There we go. 128. Beautiful. 128 plus 256 plus 256. Plus 256. 128. There we go. Let's get rid of that one. Alright. Now I can take this collision shape. So we have 256 times 4 is 1024. So this is going to be 512. This is going to be 64. No, 128. No, 256. 1024. Position is 512 on the X. 128. Move this down here so we can see it on top of the sprites. There we go. Whoops. Now what goes? There. Yeah. Yeah. Check that out. Okay. Now we're just going to drop this down here. And we're going to take our player. Whoops. What do we got there? Gatsby on the dance floor, huh? Okay. So. What now? Now we want this guy. We want to set up collision, I think is the next step. So somewhere in here, 2D physics? No. Here we go. All right. So layer 1 is going to be the player. Layer 2 is going to be walls. And that's all we need right now. Okay. So we jump over to player. The player's collision. Collision. Here we go. So the player is player collision. And we don't need to mask for player collision. Do we need to mask for walls? Or do walls mask for player? I think walls mask for player, if I remember right. Okay, so we can come over here to level. Let me cut all this out. Yeah, let's cut that out. Paste it in here. Yeah. Okay. So now the ground's collision is of type wall and it masks for player. So now over here, let's take all that out. And actually what I want to do is apply. No. There's a function here that I need to call. Move and slide, I think. Yeah. Which we are going to want because we're going to want to do ice physics at some point. So if I just call move and slide. No. Block on wall. Yep. Not a moving platform. Why are you not falling down? Well, I can still do this, and then I need to do what is it? There's a function for this too. I need to... Do I just set his velocity? Might be. Oh, what does apply floor snap? Allows to manually apply a snap to the floor regardless of the body's velocity. Okay, so we just set the velocity. Let's try that. Velocity dot x equals move deer times 100. Okay. Okay. He's slow, but you know, that's fine. So, but what we can do now is we can do velocity dot y equals a gravity value, 9.6. Ooh, he going. Shoom. Oh, okay. That's not quite right. Let's have him mask for our walls. Nope, that's not right. Okay. The body will be able to move on the floor only. What am I missing? Moves the body based on velocity. If the body collides with another, it will slide along the other body. By default, only on the floor, rather than stop immediately. The other body is a character body. It's because... Oh, this is because the ground is an area. Right. Yeah, that's because this is an area. If I change this to... Change type. I make this a static body. Now let's try it. Yo! Haha! Success! Okay. What's next? Do I need this? Yes, I do. Okay, so the player does need to mask for the walls. Good to know. That means the walls probably don't need to mask for the player, right? That is correct. Okay. So. We're getting there. We are getting there. So let's get a gravity calculation going on, right? We want gravity direction equals up direction dot plus negative up direction. And then we're going to do gravity acceleration. Okay. And then velocity dot y equals times equals. Is that right? I think that's right. Gravity acceleration plus. Because it's 0. Actually, I think it's plus equals, not times equals. Hey! Okay. Okay. So acceleration. Okay, so hold on. Our player needs an acceleration property. Acceleration. This is a vector 2. Vector 2 equals vector 2 0 0. Okay. So my acceleration equals gravity amount, which should really be a property of the level, but we'll get to that later. Gravity direction equals minus up direction. So this is going to be a vector 2, right? Yeah. And let's do a player speed. Okay. Acceleration. This is a float. So okay, so now we're going to do acceleration equals gravity dir plus move dir. Gravity dir times gravity amount dot normalized times gravity amount plus move dir dot normalized times player speed. Okay. Then velocity plus equals acceleration. Hey. Let's do it. Yeah. Whoops. And there's no friction right now. So this is exactly what I would expect. It goes faster until... Wah! Excellent. That feels good. Okay. So what's next? Whoops. We need friction. We need this guy to slow down when I'm not moving. Eat. Okay. So... how do I do that? Hey Don, how's it going? Doing a little bit of game dev. Just making a simple little 2D platformer at the moment, playing around, seeing what comes together, some prototyping. No idea what this will solidify into, but just having some fun and seeing what we can put together here. So far, I got this guy. He can slide around and he falls off the platform. Shoot. Let's see. So, we need friction. How do I do friction? Easiest way is to reduce acceleration towards 0 every frame. Reduce velocity towards 0 every frame. Let's try that. Oh yeah. Nice. Beauty. Okay. That feels pretty good. Let's do this equals 0.8. And type all these. There we go. Now that doesn't apply to, whoops, wrong scene. That doesn't apply to the vertical. So it's more like ground friction than air friction is not really a thing, but that's okay. So, what's next? I think you could do camera or jumping. Let's try jumping. So for jumping, we can do jumping as a flag, or actually, does this already have a jump function built in? I don't think it does. It does detect whether we're on the floor or not. So we can use that. And somewhere above our acceleration calculation, we can say if is on floor. And input is action pressed. Player jump. let's say acceleration.y equals -10. Just to see if this works at all. No. Okay. Let's try that. Well, that worked. Whee! Okay. Oh, that's something. Okay, let's see if we do velocity.y equals -100. No, that doesn't work. So just not... Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah. I mean, obviously it keeps going up if I keep holding it, but that totally works. Shoot. Nice. Okay. So... we need to set it so that... So we need a gate now. So now we can jump, but we can jump infinitely. So we need some kind of a flag so that when you jump, it only lets you hold jump for so long. And then it resets when you are on the ground. So let's do a var can jump. Cool. False. False. If is on floor, can jump equals true. There we go. So now that should break it. Why is on floor should be false. I shouldn't be able to do this. That means is on floor is not updating right. What? Nope, that's not gonna work. Oh, dir, it's a function. Oh, dir, it's a function. No, that's still not working. Okay, let's try this. True, false. Oh, it's setting it to true and then never setting it to false. Duh. There. Now it's broken. Yeah, now I can only bunny hop. Nice! Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Now, it's not really the behavior we want, because we want it to what do we want? We want to have a variable jump based on how long you hold the button. So, actually, I should probably implement the jump curve, but let's not worry about that yet. So, I need a jump timer, maybe? Var jump duration float equals, let's say 10. How do I want to do this? It's 10 if you're not on the floor. I should really be doing all of this with state trees is the better way to do this, but I just want to get this working first. And then we can look at doing that. So, jump duration is 10. And when you're in the air, if you're not on the floor, I want... If you are on the floor, jump duration equals 10. Then, if can jump and input action pressed, what am I trying to do? When you let go, maybe can jump is not just a flag. Maybe can jump is, do you have any jump duration left? Yeah. So if jump duration is greater than 0 and input is pressed jump, then jump duration minus equals delta. There we go. Okay. Then say if jump duration if input dot is action pressed, player jump. If not, then we're going to set jump duration to 0. There. So when you're on the floor, you have 10 frames, I think, of jump duration. As long as you have jump duration frames left and you're holding the jump button, that'll make you jump. This is going to have to come way down now, which is fine. But then if you stop pressing jump, I want this to happen before that. Yeah, so we check if you are holding jump or not. If you are not holding jump, we set jump duration to 0. If you're on the floor, then we set it to 10, which is fine. And then if you have jump duration left and you're holding jump, then we subtract some time from the jump duration and reduce velocity, which shoots you up in the air. This is going to have to come way down now because that's going to be super powerful because it's doing it every frame. Let's try that. Okay. Maybe not as powerful as I thought. Oh, wait, I think it's working. It still has the problem that if I... Wait. Maybe delta's just not enough. If I just keep holding it, does he eventually come back down? It doesn't. Oh, yeah, okay. He does. He eventually comes back down. So 10 is just way too big. Way, way too big. Even 1 is too big. And these numbers are all pretty terrible numbers. They're not scaled to what would make sense, but okay, there we go. Yeah, let's do 0.2. There, so now if I hold jump, I can hold jump and do a tall jump, and I can just tap it and do a short jump. And if I hold it, I will bunny hop tall jumps. Excellent. Doesn't feel the best yet, but hey, we're just getting started. Functionality is there. That's the important part. Okay, let's do what next? Camera? Be able to start building out some levels? Sure. Now, camera should technically be pretty easy, I think. Can I just do this? Call it a day? Yeah. There we go. That was easy. Play experience-wise, it's horrible, of course, but it works. So now, I would like to zoom that camera out a bit. What if I did 0.5 zoom? Does that? Sure does. Check that out. Excellent. Okay, so now we can jump over here to the level, and we can do something like this. Can I do a grid? There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Check that out. Is it that simple? It surely is. Yo! Look at that. Excellent. All right. We got player movement, we got a camera, we got a level. It's all coming together. Now, I really should spend a bunch of time getting the movement mechanics to really feel good. But there's also a bunch of kind of related things that it would be good to look into. Things like how big do I want the player to be? What size tile set am I going to use? Right now I have these giant 128 blocks, but maybe that's fine. Do I want to use a tile set for my level. Right now I just have these sprite blocks. I don't know. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. What to do next? I think I need to figure out some stuff around height, player height, platform height, and I want to get the movement feeling real good before I move too far into level design and such. So let's set up a little bit of a playground here. Let's take this guy. See how that feels. Okay, I can't fit down in there. That's interesting. Nor can I jump up that high. So right now, my current settings do not allow me to jump 256 units tall. It's close, but not quite enough. And I cannot fit through a 128 wide gap, even though my player is 128 wide. And that's because my collision fills the whole player box. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. So, the question is, do I want to be able to jump that high? Do I want to be able to fit in a gap that small? And or, are there any mechanics that might change that answer? So for instance, I can't fit in a 128 wide gap right now. One answer is to make sure there are no 128 wide gaps. Second answer is to change my collision box so that I can fit in there. But the third answer is maybe there is a shrinking mechanic that will make me smaller, but only when I use it. I don't think I want to do that. Remember, this is supposed to be a simple, super simple platformer. I think I like the 128 block or the 256 block. How big are these things again? 256. I think I like the 256 block size. That looks good to me. So the player could be... How big is the player in relation to these? I kind of like the player being 128 wide, actually. I think they should probably be a little taller. Yeah. Yeah, what if I did, this is gonna look really goofy, but we're gonna try it. What if I did, transform, scale, Y, what if I did that? Y collision like that. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, I think I like that. I almost want to make them even a little taller. 1.75? Collision. 224? Yeah. Okay. It almost gives me more of almost a little bit of like Zelda 2 vibes now, with him kind of being tall and skinny. But I'm kind of digging it. Okay. So, now what? I want to get this feeling really good. Let's do this. Let me go over to level. Close these. And we're going to put a couple of these over here. Just to block that off. There we go. There. Ha! Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, so now I think you should be able to fit down there, but you shouldn't be able to go to the right. So, and I think I want to do it by making the collision slightly smaller. Maybe like that. And like that. Uh-huh. Shoot. Yep. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Ooh, that does bad things. Well, I'll probably end up wanting a more complicated, well, not complicated necessarily, but a more complex collision system anyway, rather than just having one giant cube over the whole thing. I'll probably end up wanting to do capsules or something like that. So he also like slides down the walls. Oh, interesting. He doesn't slide down the walls after I jump. It's only if I walk off the edge. Huh. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't feel good. I should also get gamepad support hooked up, so let's go ahead and do that. Input now. Got my controller here. We're gonna add player left and player right and jump. Beautiful. Okay. So now I should be able to play. No, not that one. I should be able to play with gamepad. Yo! Oh yeah, this feels horrible. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. So first thing I want to do is add a run button. So let's do that. Player run. That's going to be my square button. And I guess that's going to be left shift. Okay. And in our player code, where do I mess with player speed? Here. So this is an easy one. We just say if input.is action pressed player run var let's do this player speed equals player base speed. And in here we can say player speed times equals 1.3. That totally works. It doesn't feel the best, so maybe we double it. There we go. Yeah, check that out. Got me a run button, and immediately that feels way better. Yo, yeah, the jump is super floaty, so we'll need to tweak that, but that is actually not bad at all. Okay, let's go over here to the level, and I'm going to take this and shift it out like that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And now let's make some tiny platforms. Round 7. Okay, so round 7 is going to be a little different. We're going to get rid of some of these. Okay. And this one I want to shrink. Scale. Like 5. Like 5. Okay. And this collision shape. Now I think if I change this, yeah, it's going to change it for all of them, which I don't want to do. I need to make this unique first. Now I can change it. Okay. There we go. There we go. Check that out. Okay. Okay, I can't fit under there where it's at. I also can't jump up to it. But, actually, here we go. If I put this down here, see what that does. Yo, check that out. Hop, hop. Excellent. Okay. That feels pretty good. The jump is terrible. I need a better jump, but the movement feels really nice. Oh, yeah. And I've even got air control, too. Check that out. Now, I don't have coyote time. But you know, this isn't supposed to be a rage platformer, so I'm almost like, I kind of feel like my collision box is big enough that it almost doesn't matter. Now, coyote time actually, though, would be very easy for me to implement. Because all I would need to do to implement coyote time is in here, just add another timer right here. And that timer, I would just check to see when if not is on floor, then count down the coyote timer. And then this would be if the coyote timer is greater than 0. The same way I'm doing my jump, I just do it with that timer instead. And then if is on floor would reset the coyote timer. Yeah, that feels really good. The jump is super floaty, but you get variable size jump. Check that out. Little hop, little hop, little hop. Big hop. And running. And I can play with that, or I can play here on the keyboard. Beautiful. Shoom, shoom. I love it. I wonder if the only thing the jump needs is a different easing function. Because, like, the height is actually, like, not bad. The height of the jump is actually pretty decent where it is. Okay. So... what does that mean? That means I want to drive the jump off of a curb, I think. Right? Oh, there we go. Okay. So. What's next? I also, like I said, need to get all this cleaned up and start using a state tree, because this is going to get really messy really fast if I don't. But, that said... Okay, so here's a problem I'm running into. Okay, I can run and jump. Running right now is on square. Do I want to add... What does combat look like? Can I shoot? I feel like I can. Trigger button? Maybe. That wouldn't be too bad. I don't know, something about the jump feels off. Can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe it's too floaty? Because right now... so, right now, my velocity is linear. I don't want it to be linear. Export jump curve. Export var jump curve. Curve. $2D. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm still playing, that's why. Okay. Do I want it to be a curve or a curve 2T? I don't know. New curve. Okay. Yeah, so... Oh. Oh. Okay. Um... 0 to 1. Max value. Okay, hold on, hold on. How does this work? If jump duration is greater than 0 and input is action press, player jump. Then we subtract 1,000 from the velocity. So what I want is actually this. But more than that, can I do... Actually, wait a minute. 0 minus 1,000 to 0? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So then what do I plug in here? So do 10 equals jump curve dot sample offset is between 0 and 1. That's going to be 0.2. No, 1 minus jump duration divided by 0.2. Like that? Maybe? Maybe? Is that going to work at all? Let's find out. How does that feel? That feels terrible. I can't even jump at all now. Okay. That didn't work. Hey, Tony. Let's see. Velocity.y is minus 1,000. Let's comment that out. That's what we have before. So when your jump duration is wait, that's not going to work at all. What am I doing? Jump duration is how much is remaining. So if I do 0.2 minus jump duration, is that all that? Like that maybe? Okay. So it starts at minus 1,000. And then the further into the jump duration you are, the less it increases. So it has a faster fall off. Okay. Instead of just being 1,000 the whole time. So small hops will be about the same. Yeah, I think that does have a faster fall off. Okay. That feels a lot better already, actually. I feel like it probably needs an even... It doesn't need a higher value, it needs a faster value. So... What if I did... What if I made it look something like that? Oh, wow. Yeah, that breaks everything. Which makes sense. So if I did maybe something like this, that's going to give me... Okay. Okay. That doesn't feel bad at all. Still a little floaty, but not bad. I love the air control. Okay. What else? So now we have running, we have jumping. The jump is driven by a curve, which feels really good. Whoops. Don't do that. Okay, so we could do level now, or shooting. Do I want shooting? That's a good first question. Hmm. Okay. Let's see. See, I feel like it hangs in the air. I like the height, but it hangs in the air too much. Which means I need the acceleration to change faster on the down swing. I think part of the problem is that the jump velocity is driven by a curve, but the regular velocity and the acceleration is not. Those are linear. What I almost want to do is come up with a way to have the curve drive it and set it up so that, like, would it be better to have it so that 0 to 0.5 is like the start to the ramp up, and then 0.5 to 1 is the slowdown, or would it make more sense to have two separate curves? Or would that be more confusing? Hmm. I guess the difference is in how it works when you do partials, right? Because if you start moving and you get partway through the ramp up and then you stop, it needs to know how to translate that to the wind down. If there's a single curve, the way that works is I have to effectively snap my movement to the center when you start the ramp down. Whereas if it's a separate curve, then I almost need a value. I'm confusing myself a little bit. Let's do shooting. Let's get a new thing here. How big should this be? Maybe 128 or 96. Let's do 128. 128 width, and we want something tiny. Probably, what is this, 256, 128, 64, maybe 32? Let's try that. And this doesn't need to be fancy. Let's just do that. Call this shot. And let's not do it relative to passive rate. Let's do it in our project. Assets. Yeah, we'll do it right there. What is going on here? Oh, wait. I am way off the reservation. That's not gonna work. Probably gonna get copyright claimed all over the place now. Shoot. Yeah, let's do that. A little bit of lo-fi. Cool it down. Okay. So let's do an input map. And we're going to add player shoot. And we're going to do R1. Let's try control. That's going to feel weird, but I'm less concerned about that right now. Okay. So now how do I do this? I need a scene to represent the shot. Okay. And this is going to be a area or a character body. It's not a character, but it is moved by script. No, I think it should be an area. Area 2D, shot, okay. And let's give you a collision shape 2D. And let's give you a rectangle shape. And a sprite 2D. And we'll give you this. There we go. And we'll take this and put it down there. And your X is going to be 32. Nope, Y is 32. X is 128. Beautiful. Okay. Excellent. So now we say func input event input if event dot is action player shoot. Then I want to spawn. I need to spawn a shot. So we're gonna do a preload shot scene equals. This is a packed scene. I think it's just packed scene. Preload. Wow, that was not hardly a transition at all. Nope, not that. That one. Unready. Okay. Now down here we can do shot scene dot instantiate and do get parent dot add child. Our shot, because shot scene dot instantiate, add scene, add child, shot. Maybe? Hey, there it is. It's in the wrong place, but it totally worked. Okay, so we're gonna say shot dot position. Before I do that, I actually want to go into my player here, and let's add a. There's a node for this. What is it called? Anchor? No. There's a particular node type that you use when to represent just a point in space. Don't remember what it's called. Marker, that's it. Yeah. Okay, and we're gonna drag this guy out here. Specifically, I want him to be at 128 minus 64. Plus 16. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And actually not 128. Let's put him at 64 plus 32 is 96. There we go. Okay. And so this is going to be shot target. Okay. And then in our script, we can say shot dot I want to set its global position. It's an area 2D. Global position equals to global shot target dot position. Or can I do shot target dot global position? Is that a thing that exists on there? It totally is. Nice. So now, yeah, look at that. Super jank, but that's okay. Okay. Couple things I need to fix here. If is player shoot and event dot I guess I could do is there's like an is action just pressed, right? Is action no. No, that's only on input. Okay. Pressed, released. Is action type? No. This input event is pressed. Is released. Okay, I think I can do is pressed. And that should prevent it from triggering on, yeah. So now it only triggers on button press, not on button release. Excellent. And the other thing I want to do is keep a var facing direction. Zero, zero. Vector. No, come on. Facing direction dot x equals move deer dot normalized dot x. No. No, I can do the sign. I want the sign of move deer.x. That's what I want. And then down in here, we can say shot.global position equals shot target.global position times facing direction. Which should, I think, mean that if we go this way, but then if we go to the left, well, that kind of worked a little bit. No, I can't use shot target global position for that. If I do this, then I need to do to global shot target dot position times facing direction. Yeah. Well, again, kind of. Actually. Actually, no, that's completely wrong. What am I talking about? Okay. Print shot target dot position. Print facing direction. Okay. 96 minus 48. Facing direction is 0. Why is it 0? Because my move direction is 0. Okay, so it actually does almost work, except if move deer dot length is greater than 0. There. That should fix it. Yeah! Now it's pointing to my right, and now it's pointing to my left. That's what's up. Now they don't disappear, they don't move. Obviously, these are still kind of garbage, but they're spawning. And we need like time to live on them, and they need collision against the walls. So still plenty to do, but we're getting there. Cool. All right, so it's starting to come together. I think I am going to call it there for now. We've been streaming for about 2 hours. That feels pretty good, and I'm getting hungry. I need to go get some dinner. So I think I have some plans tomorrow, but maybe this weekend we'll get back to some blueprints. I am excited after everything we found in the last episode, so we'll be picking that up. So anyone that viewed, anyone that hung out, thanks for joining, and I look forward to seeing you all next time. Take care.